Ladies, we are here tonight on the show. How everybody doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Tonight we are gonna be doing a wrestling video. What the hell's going on, man? We're gonna be doing a wrestling video tonight, man. Just a bunch of wrestling stuff going around. So the first thing is CM Punk was once again. This time he was in TNA. It just so happened to be that WWE was on Monday, was in Chicago, and then I believe was it Friday or Saturday, TNA was also in Chicago, where Naomi made her debut in TNA. Apparently, CM Punk was here once again just to say hello to friends. I don't know what CM Punk is doing. I don't know if he's trying to like fix all his problems he's had with wrestlers in the past. I don't know if he's trying to. I don't know if he's trying to look at other possibilities outside of AEW, because he had the meeting on Friday with AEW. Then on Monday he went to WWE, and then on Saturday, Friday, whenever it was, he went to TNA. In about a week, he visited like the three most biggest companies in wrestling in the U.S. So what's going on here with CM Punk? Pretty interesting. Also in that show, they were saying that both, what's her name, Mercedes Moné was on the show, and so was what is her name? Tamina. Tamina was actually wearing a wig because they were there to support Naomi. They were there as the fans to support Naomi for her first match in TNA. So that was why they were there for. But pretty interesting stuff going on, man. CM Punk really going to all the different companies. In a week, he met with Tony Khan, Triple H, and whoever the hell owns TNA. Jesus Christ, man. That is crazy, man. But let's move forward, ladies and gentlemen. Carmella, the reason she has not been on TV, remember last time we saw her, she was in a tag team with Chelsea Green, and now she got taken off, and now she's been replaced by Sonya Deville, and what happened to Carmella? Apparently she's once again having a baby. Her last baby, she had a miscarriage. So now they're pregnant again. Her and Corey Graves are expecting another baby. So obviously she's going to be out. They're saying the baby's expected to be born in November. So she's done. We're probably not going to see her like at least a year, probably maybe by maybe March, of next year, whatever. So don't expect Carmella to be in WWE anytime soon, as she's expecting a baby. Congratulations to Carmella and Corey. And that's in the big dollar, not the little dollar. So yeah, that's why she hasn't been on. They're saying Bray Wyatt, or no, Bobby Roode, same thing. I think he had like a neck injury. So he said that they were trying to figure out what to do, like what kind of treatment to recover. So they ended up doing surgery, but they waited so long to do the surgery. That all this time he missed, he didn't even get the surgery. He just got the surgery like a few months ago. So they're saying do not expect Bobby Roode back in WWE, at least for the rest of 2023. So same thing, Bobby Roode, we wish you a speedy recovery, man. Speaking of recovering, Bray Wyatt also, once again, they're saying he's recovering from a condition. My guess is he's got depression. I think this is the second time WWE said he had a condition, and then that's when they ended up then a few months later releasing him. And now they're going with the same thing, that he's got a condition, and when then he recovers, he will be back in WWE. My guess is this guy maybe suffers from depression, and that's what happens. You remember that happened to the commentator Mario Ranallo? Remember he got depressed, and that's why he ended up leaving WWE. So maybe Bray Wyatt has the same problem. He just gets depressed out of nowhere. And, I think that's people, fight that, right? They get depressed out of nowhere, and it's hard for them to like be motivated to like want to do stuff. So speedy recovery to Bray Wyatt, man. Hopefully we do see him back soon, and maybe this can be a positive way to like once again, reset the character, because it was not doing good at all. Maybe I think they got to go back to maybe like Bray Wyatt, like either of Worlds, or maybe the Fiend. But this whole Bray Wyatt whatever the hell they're doing is not working. But Uncle Howdy, I feel sorry for him because he's probably also sitting on the sideline until Bray Wyatt comes back. Let's see here. What else is going on? FTR, they said that it sucked we had to end our podcast, but we had to do it because we were very controversial. But it sucks. But just like Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez suck too, and so do the Young Bucks. And a lot of people are wondering, is this a storyline between FTR and the Young Bucks, or is this legit hate? And apparently people think it's legit hate because, they're starting to come out with the list, right, of how they're going to separate the brand split for AEW when Collision comes on. And it's listed that both the Young Bucks and FTR are going to be on different shows. They're saying FTR is going to be on Collision and the Young Bucks are going to be on Dynamite. So they're not saying a storyline. They're not even going to be on the same show in a few weeks, or so they're saying it's probably real stuff. They probably don't like each other. There's a reason they're not there. It looks like they're not going to be slated to be on the same show. So legit heat going on between FTR and CM Punk. Yeah, I mean, FTR are one of CM Punk's best friends, and obviously the Young Bucks are one of Kenny Omega's best friends. So I can 100% there's legit heat going on there between FTR and the Young Bucks. And then the Young Bucks did put a tweet out like, we would like to wrestle the Usos sometime before we retire because we want to see if we can break the most super kicks in a match. I believe their contract expires soon. I believe Kenny Omega's expires soon, MJF, and then Drew McIntyre. So we can see a lot of actually shuffling going around. Imagine if Drew McIntyre goes to, maybe that could happen. Maybe MJF goes to WWE and Drew McIntyre goes to AEW. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Last one, Britt Baker. They made a T-shirt of her. Remember, she had that black eye, obviously storyline with what happened when she got beat up by the Outcasts, and they forced Adam Cole to watch as he was handcuffed to the ring rope by Chris Jericho. They made out a T-shirt of Britt Baker's black eye, and a lot of people are saying they don't like it because it promotes domestic violence, and some people are saying, well, it's a storyline from wrestling, it's fake. Britt Baker's like, how come when a man comes out with a shirt of blood, it's not predicting suicide or murder? But then a lot of people are saying, well, not everybody watches wrestling, so people just see the shirt with the woman with the black eye, and they're like, why are you promoting domestic violence? So I can 100% see why, and I can 100% see if you go to school like with a T-shirt like that, the teachers will come and take it off. If you do buy that shirt, I would not buy it. I would not wear it to school if I was a little paragraph and you go to school, before you grow up like me and become an essay. But yeah, man, I can see why it can be controversial because a lot of people don't watch wrestling. They're like, they just look at it as a woman with a black eye. So I can see what's controversial. So we'll see. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're done here. I think we are done. We are done. And holla.